Okay, thank you, Ditto.
Yep.
A lot of trash in these beads. I'm gonna keep this right there so I have it, because I know I'm gonna have more trash later. Okay. Got RuneScape over here. I'm fletching, I'm AFKing while I diamond paint, and I often multitask, so if you're talking to me, I can't see your talk. So you can say pretty much whatever you want right now, and I can't tell what you're saying, so leave me something fun to read later. I think I have it active that you can read my chat as you watch my YouTube stream later on. So once it's recorded and on the website, you can read it later. So my viewers can read what I'm responding to and all that stuff later. I've got a couple beads hidden under this protective paper. And then my bead falls. That's totally what you need to do. Totally looks like I know what I'm doing in this video, doesn't it? I'm on old school RuneScape. It just launched for iOS, so I have it on my iPad. And it makes my life so much easier. So I've been playing old school more than RS3. Even though RS3 had their Halloween event recently. I don't really know if old school RS had their Halloween event. If they did, I didn't play it. I didn't play the RS3 one much either. I was more on World of Warcraft for the Halloween event. I was helping my friend Faye get her Headless Horseman mount, which she did on the 3rd day, which is very nice. I already had it, so we didn't really worry about it much. The only mount that I'm really worried about on Warcraft right now is Invincible. Like everybody else in the world, I want that mount. But it's not just because he flies, and he's a horse with wings, and he's very, very gorgeous. It's the actual backstory of Invincible. When you read the book, let me see if I can get this without causing an avalanche. Ah, nope, cause an avalanche. When you read the actual book, Rise of the Lich King, by Christy Golden, and you learn the story of Invincible and how Arthas comes to have him as his horse and how he watches Invincible be born and that connection with him. And then you go through Invincible's actual death, which happens way before Arthas becomes the Lich King. So it's when he still has human emotions and he still loves and he still mourns the death of his... I'm not going to call him his mount, because, you know, most people just look at a mount like, yeah, I have this mount, I can get from point A to point B on it. No. Invincible to Arthas is more... It's more his, like, friend, his confidant, it's pretty deep. And if you read the actual book, and you learn the story behind Invincible, it really breaks your heart when Invincible gets so tragically taken away from Arthas. And you know Arthas blames himself for it for a real long time. And when he comes back from Northrend, and he's possessed by the Lich King, and he's going through all this, he goes to the marker, the grave marker where Invincible is buried. And he says, "I am sorry, old friend. I didn't mean for that to happen." And he brings him back to him. It's really heartwarming to see, even though Arthas has his soul basically corrupted by the Lich King. He's not really himself, and he had just slaughtered his parents, his father. He slaughtered him. You don't see his sister or his mother through this story after childhood. When he goes to Northern, you don't really learn much about his sister. But in the new Battle for Azeroth, apparently Arthas' sister is making little headway, or in the next upcoming expansion. That I don't really know, so don't hold me to that. But I have watched some videos about Arthas' sister and what she's been doing since Northern, since Rise of the Lich King, since the Lich King expansion, since you see her kid brother basically get corrupted and taken over by, Frostmourne and the Lich King and all that fun stuff. So it's not me, oh, this mount is cool, I want this damn mount because the drop rate is 0.0005%, and I've been working on it for 10 damn years, which is part of it, but it's not all of it. It's Invincible's gone through a lot of hell, and I kind of see myself in that mount. And no, I'm not saying my life is that dramatic. Oh my god, if I was a mount and my master killed me by accident while riding me in the snow, I think I would be a little more dead right now. But we've all had those moments in our life where we go, what did I do? I just did something terrible and I can't make up for this. And you really see Arthas' humanity in Invincible. And Invincible was his name because, all good paladins deserve a war steed that's going to carry them. And all of the good paladins, Tyrion, all of them, Fordring, all have, their horses are named something iconic. And when you look into Arthas' storyhood, and his childhood and his story behind, he looks at Invincible and he watches this cult be born. And from that moment he sees him and he just says, "You're lovely and you're mine." It's just kind of heartbreaking. So, besides me being a mount whore and me wanting every mount in the game, Invincible is actually a goal of mine since I started playing Warcraft, which I started not soon after the Lich King expansion came out, so that's kind of my home roots there. And it's the best expansion of the game, and yes, I know, bring it on, attack me, but to me, that is the best expansion. And I don't claim to have been playing since Classic. I don't claim to be, oh, I know all of the lore in the game, and oh my god, don't you fight me, and I don't. I don't know a lot. I just play the game. I am mostly a quester, so I don't do the raids and all that fun stuff, but Invincible has been the one goal of mine since 10 years, so, excuse me. So that horse is going to be mine. Eventually. And yes, I have slacked. I haven't been doing ICC every week. Ever since the entire guild got the Frost Brood dragon from ICC, from doing the Glory to the Ice Crown Raider 25-man achievement. Everyone in my guild has that now. Yay! Being that we only have 4 or 5 people in my guild, it's not that hard, but we finally got it, which means Scent and Tombstone and Faye all have it, and I have it, and we're all pretty excited. Faye, the only mount she's ever wanted was the Headless Horseman one, and she started about 6 months after I did in Wrath, but she hasn't been playing on the same account since Wrath. She's lost her account several times. She wasn't that into it or anything. She's gotten better now. She's more into it, and she's actually playing more frequent, and she's actually getting quite good at the game for a healer. And this is coming from a DPS. And yeah, she's doing pretty good, I think. And yes, I'm pretty sure she is going to watch this and be like, she's talking about me. I just got 71 fletching on old school. So, I am so excited. I don't know much about RuneScape lore either, and I've played that for 14 odd years, so I think I'm going to work on this symbol. We've got 2 arrow symbols on this page, on this painting, and it's confusing sometimes, because even though on your symbols, on your sheet, it shows symbols with the different backgrounds, so it's easier to see. They're not all like that on the actual canvas. Some of the canvas, they just went, oh look, this entire section is going to be green, so green background, even though that's not the background on the symbol on your key. Just saying. And I'm working on this painting upside down, because, yeah, I've already finished this much of the painting, and I'm working from here down to here. So, hoping to get this done, so by the end of this week I can start working on my Christmas gifts to my family. We're still waiting on 3 paintings to arrive. They were supposed to arrive yesterday, and they didn't. So yay, snail mail from China. And I didn't, well, I picked 2 of these paintings out, and the 3rd one I didn't. It's actually picked out by Tombstone, because he's the one that buys me my paintings. So if you ever look at me and wonder where I get the money for my diamond paintings and my gaming addiction and all that stuff, it's not my money. I'm just a very spoiled woman. My husband spoils me, my boyfriend spoils me. Anyway, let's see. I'm working on this diamond painting because when we ordered it, we ordered this one and another one that came about the same day. Actually, they were a day apart, and they came the same day because they hit customs and they both shipped out the same day. It was pretty awesome that they came the same day, even though they were 3 days apart from each other when they hit customs. And I was like, I have to start this painting. I just have to do this one, even though the other one is very pretty. I don't think it's YouTube safe for YouTube, but she is fully covered in that one. But I think I'm going to do that one off screen, and you won't be seeing much of it. But now I have 7 diamond paintings that I can start working on, and they have them at Walmart now. Yay! And I actually got one from Walmart that I'm going to be working on for my aunt. It's a lovely peacock. It's a giant peacock. It's one of the only full ones that you can get at Walmart. All the others are partials mostly. And she raises peacocks. So I saw them. I was like, this is just gorgeous for a $13 painting. It's not that bad. It's Leisure Arts, and they're also a branch of Diamond Dots. And you find Diamond Dots at Michael's, which I did get one from Michael's finally. So I'm going to do a comparison of Leisure Arts and Diamond Dots. And as I was going through Walmart, I was looking at my YouTube, Diamond Tube, that part of YouTube where everybody does diamond paintings, and it's awesome. I think it was Abstract Crafter that first posted a video that, oh my gosh, they're selling diamond paintings at Walmart, and of course my jaw hit the ground, because I had just started this craft, and I'm already addicted to it, so if I can get my fix closer to home, and not 80-something odd miles away from home, and not 16-hour flight away, I'm sure in the heck gonna do it, you know what I mean? I think I'm done with this symbol in this section. But you never know with me. Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I don't. We're gonna move. The table's gonna move. You're on the table, so here we go. Say hi to YouTube. You're not visible. Nothing's visible except for the table, so
yeah, I can see.
Just wave.
Hi. Multitasking. Professional right here.
It's AFK. I can do that. You want to open me a root beer while you're standing in here?
Pick these up about that.
Yeah, that came tumbling out of the... Because I grabbed my book. I was making a point of my book, and I'll need to put that back away later. I said, let's see if I can grab this without making a avalanche, and nope, caused an avalanche. I got 71 flexion with maple logs, so...
Damn, how many logs did you buy?
11,000. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Thank you for opening me a root beer. Because I'm poor and dainty and can't do that. Mobile is so much easier to do all this bank standing with.
Yeah.
Because you can collect all and it'll just fill your inventory, and then you click it and it's all in one.
Longbows give you more XP.
Yes, but these sell better. I need to make some of my money back to continue with my venture. Next symbol. Let's see. I don't think I have any more symbols on this set. Next. Container. I have one of those Craftmates lockable storage containers, and I just love it because it's like a binder full of my beads. It makes life so much easier. I'm actually looking to get a couple more of these so I can kit all of my diamond paintings as I go and get them and do my inventory, because you should always do your inventory the day you get your diamond paintings in case you miss diamonds and you need to contact the company. And that has happened to me. I didn't have an inventory sheet to do an inventory on. And that was my very first ever diamond painting. And it was a birthday present to someone whose birthday was in September. And guess when they got their birthday present? Yeah, October. Let's see. I only have a couple of these symbols, so. But I am very, very pleased because he loved his birthday present. He said it was perfect. Last year, I gave him a picture I had colored. Just reminded me of him because he started his own glass making company. He blows glass, and he's great at what he does. For an amateur who just randomly started doing this one day, to making 300 Christmas ornaments for an artist collective group. Yeah. And the picture I had given him last year said, do what you love. Love what you do and do what you love. And he did. He just started this company with his brother and his roommate. and it was just awesome. So, yeah. And then I thought, well, since I colored last year, let's not give him another adult coloring paint that I just sat down and colored in 3 days. And yes, it did take me 3 days to color that picture. But that's because I can't sit for long periods of time anymore and just do that with my mind reads, which really sucks. I'm working on 154. Oh, I just have pieces of tape right here. You can't really tell, but there's tape right here for like.
I've been in too deep.
Pieces of tape right there. And just write down the symbol that I'm working on. So I don't do what I actually did down here, but you can't really tell because yay me, they're about the same color. I put circles on diamond symbols and I put diamond on circle symbols because I got distracted and forgot which symbol I was working on. I just got in the zone and kept going. So I was originally putting it on my card here that I used for straight edges on the ends because it had blue washi tape on it with clear Scotch tape so I could write on it. But then I got this lovely duct tape right here from Walmart. And it is duct tape brand, so. And I was like, that is totally more me than this bland blue washi tape that I got at Dollar Tree. So I took it all off, so you can still tell, kind of, because you can see the blue washi tape under my drills here, because I had them glued onto the washi tape, onto my, so you can clean the extra wax off around your drill pan when you fill it. I just have spare drills that I had laying around, glued onto my picture, onto my tape, on my card. It's just an old card, like gift card. Yes, I picked that up from 2 or 3 different diamond tubers. I don't quite remember who they were, but I am giving them credit. So, I think one was Allison Rosen. She did one with a card they sent her. It was like an insurance card, but she didn't actually buy insurance from that company. And she's like, oh, this is going to work out great. And she got it from another person, so. I was like, that's going to work out great. I have super glue. I have diamonds that I have extra of. So, it's a great idea. I also, where's my kit? I have a little bag to keep all my tools in. And when I got those Diamond Art Club Leisure Arts from Walmart, they come with the signature diamond dot caddy of wax. So I have one with actual wax in it. I took the plastic off. So they do come with plastic. If you get these and you go to dip your pen in it, take the plastic off first. Yeah. Well, I took one and I filled it with my blue tack. So I don't have to open my big bag of blue tack anymore and try and I just fill it and then smoosh it back down and hide the circle, and it works great. So when I fill my pen, I dip it in here and I fill it, and then when I pick it up, it's always too over full for my drill. So I just take it and I go on my card here and I find one and I just go like this, and it seeps all that extra out, so I can just do this and clean it off, and that way I don't have extra wax seeping all over my painting. Yay! And Tombstone ordered something on Amazon and it came in this bag, and it's a skull. I had to keep it. So I keep all of the tools that are lingering around my table right now because I'm using them, like my scoop and my flat side for smoothing out and straightening diamonds, and then my 3-placer. I got this one. It's drill pin. It's got 2 1-singles on it, single placers. I just popped them off of some spare pins I had. I made it a double because one side might dry out or not stick as much, and then I just flip it over and I don't have to refill it as often. And I keep my tweezers and my dry erase marker that I use to write down my color all in this little bag. And then I just lay it on top of my tray and throw it in my toolkit that I have over here. And I'll do a video, like an actual video, not a live stream, on my toolkit, because I like it. And we got it at Walmart, and we just filled it with an accessory toolkit we got on Amazon. Had 121 pieces in it, and I've got it pretty organized now. I can just grab it and go. I just keep it on this table because it's an overbed hospital table. I just keep it on here with whatever diamond painting I'm working on, and then I can take it anywhere in the house with me because it's on rollers. So I can sit here on the bed, and I can have my light box and my light here. It's just a desk light that you can, clip onto your desk, and it's got a magnifying glass on it in the middle. In case I'm working on some symbol that you really can't tell what it is, you can look through the magnifying part. That's a lot. I highly recommend that. I got it on Amazon. It was like, $13 something. And it's movable, so I can take it and I can move it down and up, and I can unhook it here and move it around. It's a USB one, so I can take my little battery pack for when I travel. And it's got 2 USB ports on it, so I can plug my light box in here and my light here. But we also have a USB pack thing that we use for all of our electronics sitting on the end table over here by the bed. So at night we plug in our iPads and our phones and stuff to it. And so I'm just plugged into that. I just unplugged one of the iPad cords because it's got like 6 places on it. I just unplugged my iPad cord and plugged my phone in and moved it down, and then I plugged in my other 2, my light box and my lamp here, into it. And since it's right by the bed and I'm sitting on the bed, I don't really have to worry about it. It does make it difficult to get in and out. I have to unplug it to move the table, but I don't really move much when I'm diamond painting. Let's see. What's been going on in life? We just celebrated Halloween, which means it was my 5th year anniversary to my husband. Yay! We got married on Halloween in 2013. We did our traditional movie night where we watched Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride, and we were going to watch Friday the 13th, but a lot of drama happened, and I'm not going to get into that, but let's just say a lot of drama happened. Kind of ruined the mood. So he downloaded Beetlejuice for me, because I've never seen it. I'm a huge Tim Burton fan, but I've never seen Beetlejuice. Let's see. I only have one symbol out of this, so just gonna grab it out of my container here. Boop. So we're gonna watch that eventually. I got distracted diamond painting and decided we'll do that when I'm done with my diamond painting. I'm gonna do this section. I'm not gonna complete the diamond painting tonight. Never, ever would I be able to complete this entire section, because I've got to here, from here, and then from here to here. This entire section is like that long. That's over probably 1,000 some odd beads that I have to place. Yeah. And I have one symbol out of this to place too, so pop it open. Grab one. Place it. If you see in my container, I have these little pieces of what looks like fabric, probably on screen. They're just dryer sheet that I cut up because some of these drills can get really, really staticky. And yes, I stole that idea from another diamond painter too. It's always great to watch Diamond Tube or YouTube, where diamond painters call it Diamond Tube, because that's what they do. Stitch Risa, kicking cancer's butt in diamond painting. Preschool teacher addicted to diamond painting. Abstract crafter. Allison Rosen, Studio Sam, they all do diamond paintings. There's more. There's so many more, because this craft is amazing, and it's the community that does this craft is just so awesome. There's never any judgment. There's no harsh words. We just do it because it's relaxing and it helps with anxiety and depression and boredom, of course. If you get into it, you can make some really good friends. Diamond Mama, she makes diamond pens now, and she is so nice. If you add her on Facebook, she adds you back, and she's just so fun to talk to. Especially when you're an agoraphobic like me and you don't really like going out around people. And yes, I am diagnosed agoraphobic by an actual licensed professional, so yay me! It's easier to make friends online than it is to go out and deal with all of the drama and stuff in the world right now. You keep seeing me go off camera because I'm switching up my colors. I have it all sitting on the bed beside me, so I don't have to have my table as crowded as I usually do, because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Yeah. 3 things, because I'm live streaming it. So, what else can I give you life update-wise? We talked about the anniversary. That was fun. I have to make a couple doctor's appointments coming up. We need to talk to my primary about my glucose problems. Fun. I might have to start getting stabbed with needles every couple months. More often. I already get blood draws and blood tests quite a bit for my anemia and all the other fun stuff that's going on in my life. But they want to start checking my glucose more because they think that's what's causing my migraines. And if we could figure out if that's the sole reason I have migraines, life would be so much easier. I could control it better. I put in an application for a local store. Well, it's 40 minutes away, but in a small town like this in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, 40 miles, 40 minutes, that's local. It's a spice shop. I am really looking forward to and hoping I get it, but it's only seasonal, which isn't great, but it's probably best for me because of my health issues. Let's see, what else? We went to Greeley recently, and we went to PetSmart. That is not a store you should take me into because I'm a pet hoarder. I mean, judging by the 3 cats, 2 guinea pigs, 2 dogs, and a pigeon we own. Yeah, I am a pet hoarder. There was this gorgeous bird there, and I was just so tempted to get him. I think he was like a fancy miniature parrot or mini parrot. I don't remember what they called him, but he was $600. And if I could have afforded it and had a place that he could be in the house and have his own area, you know I would have brought that bird home. Yeah, Tombstone and Sit straight up told me no 3 times. They're like, oh look, guinea pigs. I'm like, oh look, they're males, can't have them. Or they would have come home with me too. Just saying. Karina Pig just celebrated a birthday not long ago. She's a year old now. We've had Ruby for about a year and a half. The kitties are 3 now? 3 as of April. Our Chihuahua Pumpkin has been having some problems with his back legs, and it's pretty heartbreaking, but he doesn't seem to be in any pain. He just walks weird because he doesn't want to put any weight on him. So we took him to the vet. I think I've talked about this before, and they gave him some pain meds. And they said the only way that they could probably fix it is to either A, amputate his legs, and that's not going to happen. We're not going to make that little dog go through that. Or B, do a surgery that's probably not going to last very long and extend his knee sockets. So we just figured if he starts acting like it's really hurting and he starts whining and showing signs of like actual pain, we'll probably have to do the heartbreaking thing and probably put him down because he's pretty old. He was a rescue and he had a pretty hard life before he was with us. And he was very overweight. His previous owner was an elderly lady and she spoiled him rotten. Not that we don't do that, but... So he's had weight issues and arthritis and... Whoops! I just pressed on my RuneScape and my character decided she's going to run out of the bank. That moment when you're playing RuneScape and diamond painting and you press that by accident. Go me. Uh-oh. Frog Prince wants to talk to me. Did he follow me into the bank? No. Guess I ran away from him and he decided he didn't care anymore. Okay. Yay for old school random events. The town crier is still screaming Happy Halloween on November 1st. So you're done with this one. I need these two. I think I might need to throw a couple pieces of Scotch tape on top of my symbols again. Yes, 310. The dreadful and dreaded 310 diamond is very prominent on this. And I'm just saying because most 310s are really full of trashy beads, trashy drills. So far, though they are my most full of trash beads, they're not that bad. But 939 and 310 are my most used bead on this painting, so I had extras and I just threw them in my toolbox because they wouldn't fit in my case here. But now they're all fitting in the case because I've gone through so many of them. Yay! See, this is where I messed up. I was using 939s on 310 symbols and 310s on 939, so 310 is the heart. Yay for my crooked messed up heart. I am no artist. I'm not the artist in my relationship, my husband is. Oh, I love that sound. The click of these beads clicking in together means you've got a good tight fit. So far, we've upgraded quite a few things in the house. We got a new wiring in the old bedroom in here. We only had one plug-in in this room. We had everything running from it, and that means when the desktop computer was anywhere, the desktop, we had the laptop, we had all of my electronics, my PlayStation, his PlayStation, the Wii U, all that stuff. So when Tombstone moved in with us, he rewired the house for us a little bit, and he put in more plugins, which was nice. So the air conditioner in summer has its own plugin. Each computer has its own plugin, so we've got 2 laptops in here now, and 2 big screen TVs, and he has an Xbox One and a PlayStation, and I have a PlayStation and a Wii U over there. So they're all plugged in separately, which is nice. He called it prepping for winter because when winter hits in Colorado, sometimes it's pretty bad. And he knows I don't like leaving the house. So he found stuff to set up so we could play games together and do things together in the house as a family and not have to go out in the snow. And I thought it was kind of funny because I said, what happens when the power goes out? He goes, well, they are laptops. And I said, everything we play is on the internet. Power goes out, so does the internet. And then he started buying me adult coloring pages because I can still do that with the power out. I can still do this with the power out too, but it's kind of hard to have the symbols, be able to see the symbols. That's why I use the light pad so much. But people do these diamond paintings without the light pad. Like hundreds of people do it without the light pad. I just think it's easier on my eyes because my eyes are terrible. Anyway, so I could do this if the power goes out. He had us a couple electric blankets. He bought us a new refrigerator, which is great because ours freezes everything that goes in it. And Home Depot will be delivering that soon. That's going to be fun. Having to take all of the doors off. We have a door to the house, door to the kitchen that we have to take off. We have the house segmented by rooms, so every room has a door. Bathroom, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, living room. Because we have 2 cats on the side of the house that can't go into the kitchen because they go out the back door and we'll never see them again. And we have a cat in the kitchen that doesn't like the kittens, and she is an inside-outside cat, and the 2 dogs in the kitchen. So we keep them separated, and it keeps the house warmer. The heater's not running constantly. Let's see what else. Got a new bed. Because, as the boys call it, my volcano crater bed was not good for my health. I, on the other hand, disagree. I loved my bed. It was very comfortable. It survived quite a few years and more than a couple people sleeping on it, so still not quite used to the new one. I still wake up sore, and because it's more firm, it's cradles you better. Let's see what else. Got a new microwave because when we had apparently started to rust inside it. doesn't make any sense because it shouldn't be doing that. You should be able to fully dry out your microwave like we did and it not rust, but that's not what happened. So I am hoping to have the cat enclosure built in the springtime so the kitties can actually go in and out and we can have the doors open in the house in the summertime because we have an air conditioner in this room and an air conditioner in the kitchen, and though it's a 4-bedroom house, it's a 4-room house, not counting the bathroom, of course. The air conditioner in the kitchen does Mom's room and the kitchen, and then the air conditioner here does our room in the living room. But when you want to shut your bedroom door and keep the cats out, that makes everybody in the living room basically roast to death because of all the electronics out there. We are a home full of gamers. There's 3 gamers in this house, which means we've got a lot of electronics. And not just saying computers, we've got consoles, we've got computers, we've got all kinds of things going on all the time. It's all fairly new too, because somebody's a shopaholic, even though he doesn't like to admit it. But he's getting better. He's not buying stuff that's not necessary or that he can't deem necessary for some reason or another. He always finds a way to say, no, it's a necessity, not a want. It's a necessity. So I've gotten to where I just stopped arguing with him, even though...
So remember the weird guy with the whip? He was roided out.
What are you watching?
One Piece.
Oh. Since in there watching One Piece, I need to catch up to him on that, but that show is so long. There's like 800 or so more episodes than that. I think there's even more than that. And I've not gotten very far. I've gotten to the saga with they're going Mary's new shipwright. And yes, I know what goes on, I know what happens. I'm just not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't actually watched the show. So, don't correct me in the comments. That show makes me cry so much. I'm not ready to go through this arc yet and cry some more. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop being live, and I just wanted to update everybody on the life and what I was doing. Not like anybody really cares, but I know I'm not asking for attention and saying that you actually care. Because I don't really care if you care or not. It's just a video that's on the internet. Just a random strange face that you randomly come across and watch sometimes. Anyway, happy late Halloween. Happy Thanksgiving coming up, because it is November 1st. And with that, show you some kitty cam. A little bit of kitty love. That's Isha Butt. And say, Isha. Just gonna say goodnight and have a great month.